Donnajodhan presents Dining with Donna, a weekly podcast where Donna shares a delicious recipe with you, gives you a bonus recipe, and ends off her podcast with time-saving tips for your kitchen. Her recipes are easy to follow, easy to put together, and most yummy and delicious for family and friends. Donna's recipes are favorites for everyone. They are tried and approved, and she guarantees you'll be able to make them your favorite. It's time to cook and bake, and Donna is waiting to show you how.
Hey, it's Donna Jodhan, your host for the Dining with Donna weekly podcasts. Dining with Donna. Oh, yes, indeed. And we're up to week 3 for the month of March 2024. And no, week 4. I'm sorry. We're up to week 4. What am I saying here? Final week of March. Yes, indeed. Spring is here. Everybody's happy. The birds are happy. The winds are happy. The flowers are starting to bloom. And let's go, folks. Thank you to everyone for your continued support, thoughts, suggestions, feedback, comments, questions, everything. And let me not forget to tell you that the category for the month of March is pork. I forgot to tell you this for weeks 1 and 2, but an observant listener wrote to me telling me that, hey, what is the category for the month of March? And it is pork, because for week 1 we had barbecued pork ribs, or barbecued spared ribs. Week 2 we had chalupa, and last week we had cranberry stuffed balls. Let me just recap for you what we had for week 3, okay? We had cranberry stuffed balls. We had raspberry, that was the main recipe. For the bonus, we had Raspberry Delight, and our tips for last week concerned children with making sure that their baby bottles are crystal clean, okay? And we had some safety tips as well. Now, let's talk about, I don't really want to go back to weeks 1 and 2, but some people have asked me to, so let me try and do this again. For the first week, we had barbecued spare ribs, egg salad, and we had some tips for the carpet, removing candle wax drippings, and removing ballpoint ink stains. Okay, ballpoint ink stains or marks. For week 2, we had, the main recipe was chalupa. Orange salad was the bonus recipe. And for the hints, we dealt with flattened carpet, restoring it to its nice fluffy self. Okay, and tips for the newborn. Okay, for week 3, we had the cranberry stuffed balls, as I just told you, Raspberry Delight, and our tips consisted of tips for the children, safety tips, and crystal clean baby bottles. Okay? For this week, here's what we have for you. We have as the main recipe ham a la king, in keeping with our category of pork for this month. Easy fruit Waldorf is the bonus recipe. And for our tips, we continue to have best of hints for the children. Baby's first pair of shoes. Okay? All right. Please Keep your comments coming to me at askdonnaonblindlife@gmail.com or to my personal email address, which is donnajodhan, donnajodhan @gmail.com. And if you require any electronic copies of the main recipe, the bonus recipe, or the tips, just put in the subject line week 4, March 2024 dash, and whatever you wish, bonus recipe, main recipe, or your tips. And you can even give the name of the recipe or the bonus recipe, okay? As long as you tell me which week it is and which month it is and what you're seeking. That should do the trick. All right? So thanks again to everyone, and thanks to my dear little brother, Michael, in Montreal for continuing to produce my shows for me, or my podcasts. Mike keeps telling me it's podcasts. It's not shows. Okay. It's podcasts. All right? All right. So for this week, we are going to do ham a la king. I know that you are used to seeing chicken a la king, but this week it is ham a la king. So let's get our implements out and organized on our kitchen top, and let's get our ingredients out and laid out on our kitchen top, countertop. This really does save time. I'm telling you this because it does the trick for me, and a lot of my friends and family tell me the same thing. And once again, I'm going to promote this. Commiserating in your kitchen, chatting in your kitchen, socializing in your kitchen, crowding around in your kitchen, okay? It's where you get to exchange ideas, cook and bake, make your own recipes, try somebody else's recipes. There's so many things that you could do in your kitchen. I like to call it kitchen corner. And I do this at least once every week. I try to, but every 2 weeks, especially on an evening when there's nothing else going on, and you get together in your kitchen to socialize and to chat, commiserate, crowd around, do all kinds of things in there, okay? Right, ham a la king is the main recipe. And here are the implements that you're going to need. Measuring spoons, measuring cups, 1 knife for slicing, a chopper, 1 skillet, 1 saucepan, and my always telling you paper towels. Must have paper towels because you need it to wipe your hands and to clean up spills, unexpected skills, or just spread it on your counter if you want to put anything like vegetables or fruits on top of it, okay? Paper towels. Here comes the ingredients. 2 tablespoons of butter or margarine, 1/4 cup of diced green peppers, 3 tablespoons of sliced green onions, 1 cup of sliced fresh mushrooms, 1 10-ounce package of frozen peas. And again, I say to you, you may not always find the exact number of ounces in the package that I am suggesting, but just make sure that altogether it's 10 ounces, okay? And you need to cook this and drain it. 2 cups of cubed, fully cooked ham. 2 cups of cubed, fully cooked ham. 3/4 teaspoon of ground mustard. 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 3 hard cooked eggs, so 3 hard boiled cooked eggs, coarsely chopped, 1 package, 1 10-ounce package of puff pastry, okay? They are puff pastry shells baked. So 1 10-ounce package of puff pastry shells baked, okay? Now for the white sauce, 1/4 cup of butter or margarine, 1/2 cup, 1/4 cup of flour, and it should be all-purpose flour, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and a dash of white pepper, 2 cups milk, and here we go. Are you ready? In a skillet, melt your 2 tablespoons of butter or margarine over medium heat. Saute your peppers, your green peppers, your mushrooms, onions, and mushrooms until tender. Make sure it's tender. Okay? Okay. You stir in your peas, ham, mustard, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Okay? All right. Heat it through. Gently stir in your eggs. And now you set this whole thing aside. For your sauce, melt your 1/4 cup butter or margarine in a saucepan. Stir in your flour and 1/4 teaspoon and your salt and pepper. Okay, you stir that in. Gradually you add your milk. Bring it to a boil, and then you cook and stir until it is bubbly, okay? It has to be thickened and bubbly. Then you stir for 1 minute longer. Add your ham mixture, which you just did, and heat through. Serve these in pastry shells. Or you can serve the creamed ham over biscuits instead of in puff pastry shells. This makes 6 servings. Yum, yum, yum. I had this recipe at a friend's house last year, I think. And it came out really well, and I'm promising myself to go out and make it for myself. Okay, but I can vouch that it is a really nice and easy recipe for you. Okay? All right. Here comes the bonus recipe for this week. It is called Easy Fruit Waldorf. And here are the ingredients. 1 29-ounce can of fruit cocktail. Again, you won't get 29 ounces in one single can. So as long as the number of ounces total 29 ounces, it could be 2 fruit cans or 3 fruit cans, but 29 ounces of fruit cocktail. Okay. 1/2 cup of sliced celery, 1/2 cup of chopped walnuts, salad greens, okay, and you need cream dressing, which I'm going to give to you, okay. Drain your fruit cocktail thoroughly and mix it well with your celery and your walnuts, and you serve it on your salad greens, topped with the cream dressing and mayonnaise that I'm going to give to you, the dressing. Here is the cream dressing, okay? Combine equal parts of lemon juice and honey, okay? This makes 6 servings. So your dressing is lemon juice and honey and your mayonnaise. After you've placed your salad on your veggie greens, then put this over it. This makes 6 servings, and I can tell you, I've tried this one and it is yummy, yummy, yummy. All right. Okay. Let's go to the notes that I have for you, or the tips that I have for you for the 4th week of March. All right. It's the best events for children. Baby's first pair of shoes. If you have a child that is walking for the first time in hard-soled shoes, it's going to be pretty difficult for them, okay? It is. It's like walking on ice for an adult, okay? So here is what you do. If you glue a very thin of foam rubber to the sole of the shoe, this should do. The baby will gain much confidence as they walk. So glue a very thin strip of foam or rubber to the sole of the shoe, and then allow baby to walk. Now, if it starts to wear away, just remove it with a very thin razor blade and apply a new piece. Okay? All right. Here's another tip for you, and it's another tip for children. Teaching a child how to put shoes on. If you want to teach a child how to put on his shoes or her shoes, the right side for the right side, the left side for the left side, here's what you do. Mark or tape the inside of the right shoe only, not the left, just the right. And this should do the trick. Okay? All right, folks, this is it for me for this week, 4th week of March. And let me just summarize what we talked about for this week. Okay, so for week 4, we had ham a la king as the main recipe. We had easy fruit Waldorf as our bonus recipe. Okay, and I gave you tips for the children, baby's first pair of shoes, and how to help baby be more confident when they're walking. Okay, all right. This is it for me for this week. Please keep your comments, your thoughts, your suggestions, your feedback, everything coming to me at askdonnaonblindlife at gmail.com, or to my personal email address, which is donnajodhan@gmail.com. Okay? So, this is the end of March. Happy holidays to everybody. Happy Easter, happy Passover, happy Ramadan to everybody. And if you're celebrating any sort of holiday for the end of March, I wish you a happy holiday. You guys take care. Have a great rest of the day, a great rest of the week. And we will talk to you for the month of April, which is just around the corner. Stay safe and bye for now.
That's it for this week. Donna hopes that you enjoyed her recipes and that you will take a few minutes to try them out. Stay safe and stay well. Send your thoughts and feedback to Donna at askdonnaonblindlife@gmail.com.